Razer thoughtlessly alienates half its audience, half, very, very prominent word there, half its audience with ads showing a man blocking out a woman's yapping in quote marks with its latest headset. And sorry.
Well, a picture tells 1,000 words.
There it is. This is the TikTok post.
I literally haven't even talked to this girl for a whole year. I literally don't know why you're still trying to like.
Oh shit! Well, it's better than the alternative, which is cutting her tongue out.
Oh, that's straight up medieval.
So, I mean, first of all, that's a nice kid. Let's start with half. I want that half is a very, very good word that I love about this thing. Half its audience means that half of the audience is women, and there has been a little bit of a talk about this, that half of the gamers in the US are women. What they failed to mention is that mobile games and like these simple games that you can do while we're sitting on the porcelain throne early in the morning do also count in their statistics. But if we're talking about actual games like Battlefield 6 or Expedition 33 Silk Song, whatever game that is released and you want to say, then the actual like demographic is more like 80 to 20. And I would actually go to 90 to 10 in favor of men. Because
we know by activists' data in 2023, Helzo, that the precise figure was 79% men, 20% women, and 1% transgender people.
That was in 2023, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I would argue that it is even more polarized right now because you have to have a specific brain for gaming. I'll say that because gaming in its essence is escapism. It is escapism from what you experience in real world. You want to have a little bit of a downtime. You want to be the hero in a story, or you want to build something depending on what kind of a game you want to play. And that is biologically, if I may say so, reserved for people who do that, who do a lot of things like that in the real world and just want to wind down and take some more control and remove themselves from all the decisions in the world. This is, and this type of escapism is not unique to games. You have everything that you do, whether that's playing some instrument, listening to music, watching a movie, reading a book, engaging in anything creatively or something that removes you from the real world is escapism. And gaming, with its overflowing plethora of games that engage in combat, engage in some activities that are fast-paced thinking or something like that, they're reserved for people who have that interest. And let's say I'm not seeing a lot of women playing Battlefield 6, all right? And that's not me saying like that I'm against women in gaming. No, I know. We actually have one of the hosts in one of the shows who is a gamer, the 40K Empress. She's an amazing gamer. She has been a gamer ever since she was much younger than she is now, like for 10, 15 years. I have
her first game was Tetris.
Yeah. And I welcome everyone who wants to experience gaming, but we know that we as men, we can have a little bit more of a narrow thinking towards just enjoying the game instead of thinking about other stuff. And PC Gamer just going to alienates half itself. No, it doesn't. It actually, the ad, as funny as the ad and the clip is, it actually shows you that a man, someone who is a gamer, wants to have a little bit of downtime from all that, for lack of a better word, and I am quoting the article, yapping from the real world. He just wants an escape. And Razer actually provides a very high quality product that this is going to sell a lot It's going
They
to
just
sell
might not have a Hispanic mom, man. What they just showed is my entire life. All right,
they might have tested it on Hispanic moms.
Hey, Jose, is that why you had to turn your mic off and your camera off so you put your 73-year-old mother back to sleep?
No. That was just to take care of the yapping Shih Tzu in the background. I don't know if you guys could hear him, but he was driving me crazy. He's like psychological torture.
Nah, Jason's biggest concern when it came to his mom was whether or not if he didn't immediately respond to her getting a chalanka. To his head.
The sleeper.
I will.
There we go.
I will point out though, in regards to this this situation, folks, that innovation in gaming is going to align with the PC market if it is ever going to survive long term. It theoretically could align. I know. It could theoretically align with mobile gaming, but it would have to connect with VR. And with Apple, I think it was Apple, recently decommissioning the Apple Vision Pro, because it's a fantastic piece of technology, folks. But I was amazed such a thing was commercially viable. And it turns out it wasn't. It was probably about 5 years to imagine the iPhone in 2002. That is the Apple Vision Pro, right? It's a fantastic piece of technology, but the market isn't there for it, and it's still too expensive. Okay, and that glass can be pretty heavy too. So the future of technology and developments in gaming hardware and software are going to align with the PC market. It's not going to align with consoles, right? Sony ponies are the last men standing on that mountain. Mobile gaming is just, we have all this money, but we don't know what to do with it. Let's just give it all to China or some other country. So it's PC where things need to go. So I think what Razer is doing is fantastic because we know what PC users are like. We know we have a clear record, right, with Steam going back 20 years. Yes, the company is a bit overdue for a bit of change, and it's going to happen. People do still die. As of the making of this live stream, who knows? 30 years from the future, we'll have a cure for death or something. I don't know. I have to put that as a prefix. Roger certainly needs it. But I will make it clear right here, right now. I think this advert was fantastic. It annoyed the right people, and we need more of that sentiment, right? The future of PC gaming cannot be in the hands of Epic, okay? It is either Steam, only Steam and Epic have the biggest hands to keep PC gaming from just collapsing. Sorry, guys, GOG simply isn't big enough, and all the others that I don't know about aren't big enough either, right? Mm-hmm. Epic has got some real sketchy issues, especially with all the foreign influence, outside the West that Epic has. So we've got to do our best to keep things aligned with Steam, even though they are overdue, for lack of a better word, regime change. And, Nintendo's gone through a regime change, and their new CEO is a female lawyer. So that doesn't bode well for Steam. I know Valve is a completely different company, guys, but we have to consider from the NES to the Switch 2, largely the same people throughout that entire era, and that's come to an end now. And eventually the same will happen to Steam. So we're going to start off with Roger, because I always feel sorry for him. He can never get his point across on this show. Roger, what do you make of everything you've seen and heard so far?
Well, the first thing that immediately popped in my head was like the thing that reminded me of that commercial was like, if anybody remembers that TikTok of like the boyfriend, the girlfriend taking her time to not get anything done, he just goes on and turns the PS5 controller on, she's instantly ready.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of like one thing that reminds me of, but it's also just another thing that this whole entire this whole claim about 50% of gamers being females. The thing about that is the fact that men and women's brains are vastly programmed completely differently from one another, and the way that yeah, I know, I don't care.
Sorry, I had to say that for the algorithm's sake.
But yeah, their brains are just completely programmed, wired differently to where they experience things completely differently. Men definitely do enjoy the feel of being like a hero, going off onto a quest, save the day and everything. That's why, like in Jason's example, playing all the JRPGs, that is living the fantasy right there. I also claim it because I'm also a massive fan of those games. But women, they yeah, I know. I better tell my girlfriend that I hate
of the
women.
Gaming audience.
I'm sorry, guys, but the eye is forever watching, and folks, everyone needs experience taking on a leftist, and you know, you got to have that. Sometimes you'll make a statement, and the opposition will be like, "Sexist, you hate women, you're probably gay, bro," all that sort of stuff. So
I live in Atlanta. I got to dodge bricks.
Oh,
I get the real-time leftist dodging in.
Oh yeah, Mark, did you know Atreus threw a brick at Jose?
I didn't know that, but that's kind of cool.
Yeah, his hat got in the way of hitting the target. Kata couldn't throw the brick. He's only 5'5". But Roger, you were saying
he was riding it.
Oh damn!
But yeah, like just for another example, like my girlfriend, she much prefers like reading books because she likes the whole entire idea of imagining all of the stuff that goes on in the books. Granted, some of the books that she reads, I don't care too much for. She wants to read that. No, she desperately wants to read that bull milk farming.
Yeah.
Book.
Oh no! Better. Tell her, read 50 Shades of Grey. Don't read that. Don't. Never.
I just tagged Mark with that the other day.
She says she says 50 Shades is too soft for her.
I'm sorry to say, guys,
Roger,
but I stopped believing Roger.
Interesting dynamic in your relationship.
I know.
Guys, settle down. I know I said, you can't be logical during a fist fight, but for once, let's use a bit of logic. I stopped believing Roger the moment he said he had a girlfriend.
Oh,
I've had her for almost a year now. Damn it!
Can she fit on the camera?
She's
not on the camera in frame.
She's not because she doesn't want to get her face out there, although she is a published author.
Oh, I didn't want to see her face. I wanted to see her body, but like Jose's mother. But the point is, I'm sorry for dogpiling on Roger, folks, but
it's all good.
I find it funny, and the algorithm needs to be appeased for obvious reasons. Just
disgusting, tangent kings of new age. A story sing disgusting, close and grow.